Paulinus Joel Olorube at evergreenchristians.com has given me email permission to record their summary of the 40 chapters of the Old Testament book of Exodus. I have divided this project into 4 parts, this reading being the last section, covering chapters 30 to 40. Chapter 30. The Altar of Incense. God commands Moses to make an altar for burning incense. The altar is to be placed in front of the curtain that shields the Ark of the Covenant. Furthermore, God instructs Moses on making a special anointing oil and incense, which are considered holy and are to be used exclusively for the Tabernacle. Chapter 31. Bezalel and Oholiab. God appoints Bezalel and Oholiab as the chief craftsmen for the construction of the tabernacle and its furnishings. He fills them with his Spirit, giving them wisdom and skills. God also emphasizes the importance of observing the Sabbath as a sign of the covenant between him and the Israelites. Chapter 32. The Golden Calf. While Moses is on Mount Sinai, the Israelites make a golden calf and start worshipping it. God tells Moses what they have done and threatens to destroy them, but Moses intercedes on their behalf. Moses descends the mountain, breaks the tablets of the 10 Commandments, and destroys the golden calf. He then calls for those who are for the Lord, and the Levites rally to him. Chapter 33. The Lord's Presence Promised. After the incident with the golden calf, God tells the Israelites to leave Mount Sinai. Moses pleads with God to not abandon them. God agrees to go with them, and Moses continues to converse with him in the tent of meeting. Moses asks to see God's glory, and God agrees to pass by him. Chapter 34. New Tablets and Covenant. God instructs Moses to make 2 new stone tablets. Moses goes up Mount Sinai, and God proclaims his name and attributes to him. Moses worships and asks God to go with the Israelites. God makes a new covenant and gives additional laws. When Moses descends, his face shines from being in God's presence. Chapter 35. Sabbath Regulations and Tabernacle Construction. Moses assembles the people and repeats the Sabbath regulations. He then asks for contributions for constructing the tabernacle. The Israelites bring materials and skilled craftsmen, including Bezalel and Oholiab, begin the work. The people's hearts are moved and they give freely. Chapter 36. Building the Tabernacle. Bezalel, Oholiab, and the craftsmen begin building the tabernacle. The people bring more than enough materials, and Moses tells them to stop. The craftsmen construct the curtains, frames, and crossbars for the tabernacle, following God's precise instructions given to Moses. Chapter 37. Making the Ark and Furnishings. Bezalel crafts the Ark of the Covenant, the table, the lampstand, and the altar of incense. Each item is made according to the specific instructions God provided. These sacred objects are made from acacia wood and are overlaid with gold, indicating their holy significance in the tabernacle. Chapter 38. Completing the altar and courtyard. Bezalel constructs the altar of burnt offering and the basin for washing. He also makes the courtyard's hangings, pillars, and the entrance curtain. The chapter ends with an account of the materials used in the tabernacle, which were collected through the offerings of the Israelites. Chapter 39. Making the priestly garments. The craftsman makes the priestly garments with great care. These include the ephod, breastplate, and other garments for Aaron, who is to be the high priest. The clothing is made from gold, blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, and finely twisted linen, symbolizing the sacredness of the priestly service. Chapter 40. Setting up the tabernacle. At God's command, Moses sets up the tabernacle. He places all the objects in their appropriate locations, anoints them with holy oil, and consecrates Aaron and his sons as priests. Once the tabernacle is set up, the cloud of the Lord covers it, and the glory of the Lord fills it. The cloud will guide the Israelites on their journey. This chapter concludes the book of Exodus, showcasing the completion of the tabernacle and the establishment of God's dwelling among his people. The Israelites are now prepared, with God's guidance, to continue their march towards the Promised Land. The full summary can be found at evergrowingchristians.com/The Book of Exodus, summary by chapter.